Alright, I'm going to start a little bit early today. I'm continuing my playthrough of Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. I'm on day Sins of the Fathers, sorry. That seems to be an important distinction in this game, because I discovered some interesting things about my father and my grandfather in this run through. I just opened the clock. I got the sketchbook. I opened the trunk. There was a dumb puzzle about getting the clock off the trunk, where you just have to move it. I'm not too happy with these 4 different interaction icons.
That's it. Take a load off, hun.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
That one in the middle is your grandfather. Those other 2, I don't know.
Can I flip it? Maybe I can flip it over.
The back of the photo has the following written on it. Schloss Ritter, 1925.
Interesting.
The old photograph showed Gabriel's grandfather with 2 other men.
Okay.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
I believe that was your father's, Gabriel. You keep it.
Okay. Anything else? That's all Wait, what's this? What is this?
The letter is addressed to...
Oh, that one I can use as well.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
No, dear. I'm afraid I don't speak a word of German.
Okay. Anything else? That looks like that's about it. That looks like that's about all I can do there. Alright.
Gabriel can see that Gabriel.
Okay. Alright. I think that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna leave.
The doors aren't...
Yeah.
Well, Gran...
All right, dear.
I think I did everything I can do here. Oh wait, no I didn't. Wait, no I didn't. I forgot I can talk to her. I didn't talk to her.
It's my fa-
I asked her about some objects, but I can talk to her about stuff. Yeah, it was literally just here. I was literally just here. I have a few. I can ask her.
Of course, my...
Maybe I already asked. Did I already ask her about it? Maybe I already asked her about it. I may have already asked. Voodoo, New Orleans, himself, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't... Maybe I already asked. I may have already asked. I don't know.
Well, Gran...
All right.
Alright, now I want to go to the crime scene. So I think I can do stuff here. Okay. So now I think I can use my sketchbook on the drawing.
Let me try to get this down.
Alright, I did. I successfully did that. Alright. And then let's use my magnifying glass on stuff.
It's very large grass.
Is there anything I can get in this grass?
There does... There, do- there, 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 do- there, there doesn't seem to be anything.
Do I need to magnify? Like, I can use my magnifying glass on
It's
various
very
things.
large. It's very large. It's very There's nothing worth It's very large. It's very large. It's very... There are marks in the grass, as though some heavy wire object had been set there.
Interesting.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
Gabriel cannot take... The police have already taken... Gabriel...
Is that clay? Yuck.
I got points for that? Okay.
Gabriel...
Why did I want clay? I don't know why I wanted clay, but apparently I have clay now. Is that what this is?
Gabriel is carrying a lump of clay from the banks of Lake Pontchartrain.
Okay. I'm just clicking around.
Gabriel don't need to take to... Gabriel...
Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. Alright. I think I need to go to the police station now. I'm not going to go to the Getty estate yet. I'm going to go to the police station, which is here. And I'm going to talk to...
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
Do you know anything about snakes?
What does this look like? A zoo? Never mind, don't answer that. No, I don't know nothing about no snakes.
I'm here to see
He's in his office. Go on back.
Hey, mostly.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy.
Okay.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur? Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Oh, lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
The dagger at the museum that was all curved. And then there was a snake there, too, that could have possibly killed them. Which would maybe mimic a heart attack? I don't know.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Oh, nothing.
Sure, no problem.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like 'em.
Okay.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
Man,
True
that seems
enough.
like an easy thing to figure out. I don't know what it means, but...
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday.
I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that. Oh, no.
It's...
What's the status on the Voodoo murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
Hey, that's points.
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Nope, that's about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You're astonishing, mostly.
Hey, don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy.
Can I ask you?
You're...
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Sir Franks. This Franks.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'm sorry, sir, but I...
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so. There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
That means I should photocopy it. Let's look at it first.
It's the official. The folder is marked with the...
Okay, well, let's open it. Oh, some patterns. Yep.
This is the last page of inventory.
Okay, so how do I well, let's try to photocopy it first.
I told you, you can't photo...
Right. Sorry. I forgot.
What's this thing that the repair guy was working on?
There's a temperature gauge on the security cage has been removed by the electrician.
Interesting. Is she the one that does the photographs? Maybe I can photocopy it. Well, I don't know. I don't see the temperature. I don't know. Well, I can try it, I guess. How do I distract her? I have to distract her somehow. I have to get her out of the way so she doesn't see me do it.
Don't leave the...
I can't leave the room with a file? So I can't go into Mosley's office? Ah! Okay. Well, let's do it. I can ask her for some coffee.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could you get me some coffee?
Are you speaking to me?
Why, yes.
Wow. Deja, I'm the police photographer, sir. You might be able to find someone around here dumb enough to get coffee for you. But guess what?
Oh,
Alright, I think I'm gonna give the file back to her.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, I think I know how to do this. I put it on the desk there, so the file's right there now. Right? Alright. So she is the photographer. So let's do this photo thing again. She's got to put the camera back.
Whew. Dang, the air can... Are you hot?
Can I ask you about...
Let's get another photograph.
I got those photographs. Let's take a...
What for?
I don't think we got your best.
Really? Franks, come back in here with that camera.
Alright. If she's in here...
Now what, sir?
That clown wants another picture.
Of course not.
Anything else now?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Alright. This is it. This is it. I can check my hair. All right, and then I can grab the file.
Let me see that file again.
And I can copy the file.
Just want to check this machine here.
Wow, that is loud. Luckily, he can't hear, apparently. Alright, now put the file back. So I got, those are my copies, right? And this is the actual file. So put the file back. Alright. Now go back in here.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I turned the heat up. I don't know what the point of that was. Let's talk to him.
Can I ask you about some...
You're the right...
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Alright, there's points in that. Oh, okay. So, okay. Okay, I think I got this. Let me save this again. Okay. This is...
Don't touch anything.
Alright. I see a badge. I see had him take his coat off.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
Can I actually drink it?
The coffee.
Oh, I already drank it. Wow. Okay, anything else I can talk to him about?
Can I ask you about...
You're the right...
Case status himself. Blah, blah, blah.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Haha. That's nice. Insulted me back. What? Can I insult him again?
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Ha. Ha. Alright. I think we're gonna head out. I don't think there's anything else we can do in here. I got the file with the patterns. I don't know what to do with them, but... I mean, let's look. Let's look at them.
Gabriel has a photocopy of the official police file.
Can I take my pattern? Let's see.
The partial pattern from the those two objects.
Okay.
That's funny. That window is a mirror on the other side.
Oh, okay. That was the checking the hair part. Okay. If it's a mirror on the other side, that means checking my hair made a little more sense. Because I needed a mirror to do it, and he doesn't have a mirror in here.
Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at... Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1,000,000 of them.
Alright. I think I've done everything in here. So we're gonna leave.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
Alright. Alright. Now, my new information, the new information that I got had to do with the address. I got a new address. Should I go there? Probably. I'll go here and see what I get. Alright, we're gonna save it in case we die. I'm sure you can die in this game. I mean, it is a Sierra game, so Getty Estate Day 3. Does this game even let you not do something? I mean, is it possible? I guess I want to probably knock on the door.
This door's pretty... This door...
Operate the... Oh, the knocker. Operate the knocker. Okay, I'll operate the knocker. Okay.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you. I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
I have a police badge.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Getty. Miss Getty will see you. Right this way.
Okay, that was what the
Getty
badge
will be
for.
down shortly.
Okay.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Getty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
I'm not a detective, but okay.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
You're lying.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am.
Nice.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I wouldn't know where to...
As you wish to...
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Okay.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out. Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
I most
Thank
certainly
you
will.
very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Ah. Alright. Now what? Now we've done that. Okay. Well, we can go to the, I know the one place we had before was the cemetery. Where's that at? Right here. Let's go there. Okay. Oh, interesting.
The marks are reddish in color and reminds Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
Okay. Well, I guess we can sketch them.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
I do want a copy of the strange marks. I wish I had a camera. That seems like that would come in handy. What's this?
Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
Well, let's take it. So they wrote it with brick? Okay. Can we take it? Ah, what's happening? Oh, he's going that way. Okay. Alright.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
Okay. I guess we'll go this way? Ah, this game is not good at letting me go in directions. See if I can talk to him. Talk.
No way. Something might answer.
I want to talk to him.
Hello there, got a sec?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody's trying to cover their tracks is all.
That's what I keep hearing, which probably means it's not true.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seem like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tour. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them ain't poisonous, of course.
That's good.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Why, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get some weird goings-on in that cemetery on that night. More often a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and more.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep. Don't know what they do with them, but it can't be pretty.
Well, that seems like useful information.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint Coeur means?
No, can't say that I do.
That's too bad.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water. Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask him.
Tell me about
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
what exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, cause, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound they don't know what they doing.
Okay. I think that's it. Where's my area? Where am I supposed to go? Is there a place down here? Place over here? Is this it? Let's look at this. This is right, not night, so...
The Wright family tomb. Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest here.
Oh, now he's going over there.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb.
Okay.
Using that on the...
What to do, what to do. Is there anything I can do?
Using that...
I don't see an advantage to doing this. Maybe... I don't think I can go further, but I guess I can try. Oh wait, maybe I can. I didn't think I could, but I guess I can. Oh, the Getty. Getty. What's that?
An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb. The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Gede. There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors. The doors are heavy and shut tight. There's a... The plate is locked in position. There's a keyhole on the plate.
Interesting.
The plate is...
Okay, that's interesting. There's like a way to get in. Well, that makes her even more suspicious now. Can I leave this way? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks
To
like...
the east, there is only the back wall.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go back. Okay. Alright. Now where to go? Man. This is not working well. There we go. Police station, been there. Don't want to really go back to the bookshop. Never been here. Let's go here. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be anything to do here.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area. That dome, curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave. The confession...
Let's go into one. See what happens.
The confessional is empty.
May I help you, my child?
Can I ask?
The confessional is not the best place for interviews, son. You can...
I understand.
Is there...
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing, son?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
No points. Alright. Okay. No points. No points for that. Alright. So that probably wasn't necessary. Alright, now what? Let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. See if it's anything's changed in the park. Is the cop still there? Nope. Oh, there's new people. They weren't there before. Is the mime still here? The mime is fun. I like messing with the mime. Okay. Oh.
Do you mind if I ask you?
Yep,
Why?
because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh. Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person? In the 90s?
In the 90s?
Amazing.
In the 90s? Alright. Well, we got... So it seems like I might want to figure out how to get a hot dog or whatever. A lucky dog, whatever that is. Damn it. There we go. Okay, who else we got? We got Jogger. We got another band. They've been here before. We got a painter, a juggler, no mime.
The other park visitors are enjoying their leisure.
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine. Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
Okay.
Those drawing tools are amazing.
Yeah, they're great for laying lines, angles, circles, anything geometric. It's pretty meticulous, but I prefer it to freehand.
Can you draw anything with those tools?
They're great for ordered, complex forms and patterns, but they won't help me do Monet.
Do you mind if I...
Be my guest.
Huh. Like, kind of like these patterns?
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with this pattern?
I'm a student. I don't take commissions.
Oh, sorry. Say, do you think there's...
I'm kind of...
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't think a hot dog's gonna do it on him. Well, we'll see what else. I think there's something going on here. That makes me very suspicious. This is significant. Alright, let's find anybody who wasn't here before. They were here before. They were here before. The dancer wasn't. Let's talk to them.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Do you do requests?
Got any money?
No.
Something to eat?
No.
There you have it. No.
So, there we go. He wants something to eat. Okay. That's something. I could give him a hot dog. Maybe. They were here before. Okay, so the only thing new, I think, is the dancer, the hot dog person, and the artist. And there's some new guests too, but it won't let me talk to them. Okay. So, what do I have in my inventory? What's this? What's this?
The $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused.
That's the only version of money I have.
The
Let's see. Ah. Oh wait, let me save it. In case I do something wrong. Okay. Park. Wait. Is this day 3? Or is this day 2? I feel like this is actually day 2. I said day 3 here. Whoops. Did I actually save it? No, I did.
What would a little boy do with that?
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Alright. I got a hot dog. I got points for it. Nice. Now he wants food. Let's see if I can give him food.
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance.
Would I? Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Special requests.
Interrogating the
Special requests would I
You
have?
mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah. You got one?
Can't think of anything.
Okay.
Well? Well, I think I'm halfway there. What's my next step? I guess I'm gonna look at more. They're playing instruments. Let's look at
a
them.
blues band entertains on.
Now that's music. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Wait, what just happened? What happened? Somebody's...
The artist is off. The artist would not appreciate.
Okay. I didn't think I needed to take that, but it was worth a try.
Unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Oh, I see. Ah, I can probably get the kid to get me that. I now have a special request.
There's our drawing caught up again.
You mentioned...
Yeah. You got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Alright. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Let's now give him back. Maybe he'll probably appreciate that.
It's better than most postcards I've... This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Alright. I believe you can.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, well I've got this.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay. Now what do I do? I think that's all I can do here. Let's leave. Let's leave this place. Nothing I can do here.
Welcome, my friend.
Hello?
I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that. Could I ask you some questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, It is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively.
The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
Okay.
So, how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves.
Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans.
Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
Oh. Ooh.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou Saint John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Interesting.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Tell me more.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Points. Points. I just got points.
Tell me more.
I've given you as much.
Tell me about.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo, and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States.
Is that actually
African
true?
Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
Interesting. Okay,
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum's snake, Mr. Knight. They are beautiful creatures, do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
well, from what you said, they are associated with voodoo. So,
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Huh, that sounded like a lie. That sounded like a lie. That really sounded like a lie. I'm gonna ask again.
You're sure you haven't heard the term Cabri Saint-Gar?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
Okay.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaux, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooans in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans.
Interesting.
Do you know Malia Getty?
Should I?
She referred me to your museum.
Many have read about our museum in the newspapers, Mr. Knight.
That's a good point. What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the grigri are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alright. I don't think there's anything else I can ask here.
Dr. John is a...
Oh, I gave him up, didn't I? I'll show those down.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
No. They look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local cemeteries are quite dangerous. Muggers, vandals. I would avoid going there alone, if I were you.
Really? Thanks for the advice.
That's a weird warning. Alright, let me see. I don't know if
Could I ask you...
Of course.
I don't know if I've asked.
Tell me more.
There are many voodooans in New Orleans. They often do business selling grigri, telling fortunes, providing luck, and, occasionally, misfortune. Perhaps you would like to meet a voodooan. We refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to a local practitioner, Magentia Moonbeam.
Sure, I'd love to meet her.
She lives on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine. I will call her and tell her you might stop by.
Great, thanks.
Okay, I got a lead. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna hit the switch again. Let me save. I'm gonna hit the switch. I wanna do it. I want him to yell at me.
Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Pooh. I can't do it. Okay, well then we'll leave. Pooh!
Thanks a lot. Bye now.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
I don't know. So what's my new place? Let's go to my new place. Okay, Exploring all the
Welcome,
dialogue
Seeker.
options is
You
important.
must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait? Gabriel Knight?
You're too quick for me.
Alright.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
I think he's steering me in the
Could
right
I ask
direction.
you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
Okay. I was not expecting that.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
Good for you.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? It is the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall, but in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild, and they wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice, sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John, sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Cœur means?
No. No, I don't.
That sounded like a lie, too.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
I'm gonna ask again.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Cœur means?
No. No, I don't.
Tell me about the animal masks.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They are too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Grimwald?
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Where'd you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
Okay.
Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, no? One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scales.
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see me dance, perhaps?
That would be swell.
I won't make you wait, Monsieur Knight.
Okay.
No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
Gabriel grabs the shed snake skin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
Aha.
There. Truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Alright. Doesn't look like the same snake.
Gabriel magnifies the shed skin from Magentia, Moonbeam's snake. The snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scale from Lake
Well,
Pontchartrain.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Alright, let's see if she knows anything about these. She's been pretty helpful.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... Oh, then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave. K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
Did I ask her everything? Alright. Alright. Anything else?
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Certain.
What do I have?
Tell me about... How'd you get into the...
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame. I can see you know little of the world of magic.
True.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
I can't...
Very...
I think that's it. Alright, I think I can go.
No thanks. She's real.
Gabriel figures that many men have picked up things in Magentia's parlor, but...
Ha. Ha 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 ha. Whoops, no. I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. Oh, exit.
Gabriel figures that many... Gabriel...
I want to exit.
Magenta...
That's so
Please
funny.
remain seated within the protective circle.
Thanks for the warning.
I'm done.
Please remain...
Thank...
Can I say thank you?
Dr. John tells me you're...
Yes.
Can I leave?
Magentia's parlor is... The moon...
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
Oh, there we go.
Open your mind and heart, and the way will be clear to you.
I'll give it my best shot.
Okay, I don't know what else I can do now. I think I'm gonna go back here. I want to talk to him again. Maybe with this new info, I got some more info.
Could I have a minute?
You got some?
Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans. A powerful voodooine and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leaving offerings and things. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from the Voodoo Museum, he's here at least once today. But Marie Laveau's tomb ain't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Really? 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 Dr. John's been here and saw the markings. He knew they were here. He's a liar. He's a lying liar from Liarville. Absolutely a liar. He's such a liar.
You said there were other marked tombs?
Yep. I seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and corn greed. Animal parts, human parts even, it looked like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. And this at one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Can you tell me others?
What other tombs get marked?
No, I ain't one for naming names. I don't like to encourage that kind of thing. It's distressing to the families, and rightly so. Don't know how that sort of thing gets started. Why folks come to start leaving stuff at that one spot. But it happens all the same.
Okay.
Do you have...
No, can't say that I do.
See, I believe him. I believe him.
Gabriel cannot put his sketch back.
Well, I'm gonna go... I think I'm gonna go over here again. See if anything's changed. It's really weird. Okay. Go this way. I don't think there's anything that I can do at my... Nope, nothing. I feel like he was talking about this one. I feel like he was talking about this one. Hey, let's check these pots.
Gabriel looks at and in the vases, but he doesn't see anything he wants to take.
Okay. That's legit. Nothing. Okay. I thought there might be. Okay. Where are we going now? I mean, if I'm done, I go back to the thing, but I think I'm gonna go... No, I don't want to. I want to go this way. Alright, and then we exit down here, right? Is that where we came in? Or maybe we came... Oh, we came in this way. Okay. Couldn't remember. Go. Exit. Okay. Where else can we go? Drugstore. Let's go to the drugstore.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Hey! Something's happening.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casanova. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a slip-knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefevre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust. Right here if you want 'em.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither. Now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Okay, something happened. That was interesting. Let's try and talk to him. See if he has anything else to say.
Can I ask...
Whatever, man.
What did you mean?
I didn't say that.
You did.
You heard wrong, monsieur.
Whatever.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Marie? She's somebody from the old days. One of those folk tales. Oh, the tourists eat it up, non?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old crocodile. Well, he's sort of a mascot now, him.
That customer of yours, the little old lady?
Customer?
The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazonou, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
About Willie Jr., would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. very close, non. I could talk with him for less.
Oh, that's points. Ooh, nice.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazonou. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
It's important.
I can't tell you.
Alright.
What's the...
I've said all I'm going to say.
He's very dodgy, too. Man, there's so many dodgy people in this game. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's rude. He said tomorrow. Haven't been here yet. Let's check it out. Same people. Same people are here as before. Nothing has changed. Is the same stuff happening here?
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt.
But Jane, is it?
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace.
Yeah, it's the same.
Could I ask you if you...
Sure.
Have you ever heard of...
Sure. She's kind of the patron saint of voodoo in New Orleans. Don't know too much about her, but tourists sure get off on all that stuff.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Come Mardi Gras, you see all kinds of masks in here.
Not useful. Those are my new dialogue options. Not useful. I don't believe this place. Well, I think I've done everything I can. I'm gonna go back to my bookshop, see what happens.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
Alright.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Do you know anything?
No.
Alright.
Do you know?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll just talk to her.
Got a...
What's up?
Do you have message?
Nope.
Are you sure you don't know?
I told you.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you just heard everything I know about her.
I know more than you.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd really rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I need you to look up a Madame Cazeneuve.
Madame Cazeneuve? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazeneuve's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Points.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. It's time to close shop.
So it is. Have a nice night.
Like, do everything?
You too. See you tomorrow.
I like how you know when you've finished. Well, I like to know that you finished. Yep, end of day. When she leaves, that means you've done everything that you can do that day, I guess. That's nice. Alright, what happens now? The dream. Here's the dream. 3 bonfires. A guy stands back from bonfire. Person in fire. Guy crying. Turns into leopard. Oh, here comes the medallion. Twisting around. Blood on the medallion. Ooh, a dagger. Dagger that turns into snakes. That's new. That was new. A snake. Back in the shop. Back in the shop. Hanging. To me. Alright, I had that nightmare again. Alright. So I think I'm gonna call it. Drawn to the Bashir's abode. Is that correct? Because 2 S's. I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire. I like it. I like it.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Cazeneuve. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Well, that was
great. Thanks.
Okay, that got me a point. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for today.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Alright, I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna call it quits. So let me save the game. Start of day 3. And let's see who's on. That's say 3, day 3. Okay, let's see who's online. And we can do a nice raid. Alright. I like Retro Bladen. I think we're gonna... He's playing... I don't even know what this is. Wizards and Warriors 3. So let's raid Retro Bladen here. Let's do a raid here. Retro... Yeah, give Retro a follow. He plays all sorts of retro games. I think this one's for the NES. It's called Wizards and Warriors 2. So let's rate him. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't followed me, I would really appreciate a follow. I'm going to continue this game tomorrow at 12 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll see if we can get through day 3. It looks like I'm going about a day at a time. I don't know how many days there are in this game, but I'm going about a day at a time. So however many days there are in this game seems about how long it's going to take for me to finish this one, which is quite a long time compared to other games I played, because I think I did I think when I was doing Space Quest, it took me 2 to 3 days to finish. So I think there's probably at least, a week's worth of days in the game. But thanks for watching, and we're going to go on a raid now, and hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night.
You guys want a cookie?